steamrolling right through these videos in one take with Mr. DJ. Due to time constraints, I want to cover as many songs as I can on my fancy playlist, January 31st, 1993. I'm anxious to get to quite a few of these things. Number 15, holding from number 15 the previous week, Toad the Wet Sprocket, Walk on the Ocean. First album by Toad the Wet Sprocket. And by the way, they got their name from a Monty Python comedy sketch, and it was called Rock Note. That's how they got their name. First album they released was in 1989. It was called Bread and Circuses. Told the Wet Sprocket, one of the cool bands to listen to, one of the cool alternative bands back in 1989, 1990 to listen to. It'd be like, man, have you ever heard this band called Toad the Wet Sprocket? Said, yeah, man, I got their new album, man. They're really cool. They're not getting a lot of airplay, but hey, that makes them even more cool. Something I heard them on the college radio station the other night, man. Are they going to be coming to town anytime soon? Anytime soon? And that's that sort of conversation you might have about Toad the Wet Sprocket way back in the day in 1989, 1990. Bread and Circus was produced, the album, their first album, was produced when Toad the Wet Sprocket was still in high school. The cost of making the album, $650. That's it. Released another album in 1990 and then 1991. They went into the mainstream. An album called Fear. This album took a while, though, to build. They had a single, and then they came out with their big hit, All I Want, spring and summer of 1992. It flooded the FM radio airwaves. And they were no longer a cool band per se. They were now a mainstream alternative band, Toad the Wet Sprocket. And the song that came after All I Want is, of course, Walk on the Ocean. That went to number... Did I already mention the chart position on Walk on the Ocean? Is it really that important? Really don't want to go into that right now. You might remember... There's a couple of songs that come to mind by Toad the Wet Sprocket. There was Fall Down. It seemed like I remember that from about... I don't even remember the year of that song. 1997, maybe earlier, but there was Good Intentions. It was from a TV show called Friends. Soundtrack from the TV show Friends. Good Intentions by Toad the Wet Sprocket. And a lot of people know that song from the TV show Friends. Friends was just, oh my God. I never watched these TV shows. I remember back in the 80s, Cheers was the big TV show, and my friends were watching Cheers. One guy would tell me, "Oh, the episode's about Cheers," and I'm like, "Okay." And then Friends. I mean, people really got into Friends back in the '90s, but that's just a memory going back in the day. That's it about Toad the Wet Sprocket. Let's get on with the video. Number 15 on my fancy playlist, January 31st or 30th, 1993. Toad the Wet Sprocket from Monty Python. That's where they got their name from. Monty Python with Walk on the Ocean.